Hello.
And I forgot to pour my beer. How
How rude.
disgraceful of me. I'd restart it.
If you got to offer me a beer.
Welcome to the podcast. How good?
How good?
How good?
There you go.
So you played ball today, right?
I did play ball today, yeah.
How was it?
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. I was not at the top of my game today. Feeling a little bit tired.
Why is that?
Possibly after some drinking events last night. Possibly at the Mitchell Whitehead residence.
Did you get drunk?
A little bit. We were
Yeah.
drinking a bit before you guys arrived.
I was pretty drunk, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
Playing those games, I was fucking like, whew.
Yeah. I did.
I can tell you were slightly toasted.
Yeah,
I
slightly
couldn't tell from
toasted.
you. I can never tell from you. Except that time you're at mine.
Nah, I always just get like.
I can
Wait,
only
what was
tell.
it? Wait, the one where he fucking ordered the Uber and left his phone?
Yeah. You ordered an Uber and left your phone on the couch. You remember that? And I had to charge it for you.
when I got back
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
That's funny,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I was gone
steamed,
that
mate.
time. How could you tell? How could you tell?
Because you're just sloppy, bro.
What are the telltale signs?
I don't know. I think it was just the shit that you say when you're drunk.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's the shit you say.
No, I was fucking drunk that night too, though. I
Yeah.
remember watching YouTube on my phone. I was like holding it. We were all like crowded on the couch, like
Yeah.
just watching it. And then I gave it to Josh to hold, and I was like, Alex. As soon as I wasn't holding the phone, I was like, fuck.
That was pretty steamed.
Whole room is spinning.
Well, I was pretty fucked
Yeah.
that night too.
Because I was drinking those new, those like new age drinks. They got like gin and
Oh, the
they're like
part-time
low
rangers.
sugar, but they're still like 6 or 7%.
Part-time rangers, bro.
Yeah.
What was it the White Rhino? Was it
The rhino stuff.
The
yeah.
rhinos, yeah, they're the
That was
gin
it.
ones. Those things are good, bro. So my parents
really
drink
are.
those because
Nice, yeah.
they're on keto. My
Right.
parents, so they drink like all these fruity ass like drinks, but they got no sugar in them, and I'm like, the fuck,
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can not leave a beer alone. I could never see myself switch to non-sugar, non-carb alcoholic drinks the rest of my life.
No.
I'd rather sleep upside down for the rest of my life than not drink a beer again.
Oh
Just
yeah.
let all
fuck
the
that.
blood
No,
rush
fuck
to my
that.
head.
I sometimes do buy the low carb ones though, because sometimes just like
Well, that's
I feel like
Spates,
not being-
right? Spates do the
yeah,
low
bro,
carb.
they do some nice ones. I think there's I think DB have one now. DB Export. Grab a
Oh,
shuffle.
yeah.
DB, mate. Fucking DB. Long neck DB.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think they do low carb now as well. They're actually not too bad.
Low
Sometimes.
carb's the way because
Yeah.
I can vouch to say like low carb is like you fart like fuck tons when you're on carbs, and then you also sleep a lot as well. I find I get so tired. Like have a pasta or something, like a heavy pasta for dinner, and
right.
it's like
No.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Tap me out.
Yeah. I get to
Submit.
around 3 or 4 beers, and I just want to sleep. But it should be allowed,
Dude,
you know.
no, you gotta give
It
it.
should be allowed at a drink.
You must have built a decent tolerance for beer.
It's not.
4
It's
beers,
not.
and you're
It's not so much to do with the alcohol. Like
you've been askering after 4 beers.
it's not really the alcohol.
That's
It's
slick.
Night.
or maybe it is the alcohol.
Jorge Masvidal, the bloody waiter.
For doom. Fucking see ya.
Honestly, if I can't sleep at night, the best thing for me to do is to just drink about 3 beers.
Just fucking down them. Just.
Just have 3 beers, try to stay up, and then I'll just.
You tried magnesium?
No, I haven't. Just some magnesium pills.
Magnesium, and what's the other one? It's melatonin, I think.
Iron.
Melatonin
Copper?
is the one I used to take. Fucking
Any
gold.
other metals?
Maybe don't drink beer then. Drink like a rum.
I was,
Oh, you're into your
yeah.
rum and shit, eh?
Yeah. You
I do like
Do
my
mixes,
rum.
bro. All right, so we're just gonna start this segment off just with drinks. We're gonna talk about our favorite drinks. We had a
It's
whole plan,
relatable. It's
and now we're
relatable.
just talking about drinks. Fuck the notes.
well, I'm into fucking cider at the moment. I'm into fucking cider.
Okay,
Yeah.
man, it's summer. It's
It's
summer.
good
That's
summer,
why.
man. Some of those summer's breeze. Oh,
Do you boys remember the
right.
Scrumpies?
Oh,
You boys remember Scrumpies?
Oh, yo, we
they
should
were
talk
good.
about the night. We should talk about the night on this pod. The night of yours.
What night?
The night of
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
Bro. Yeah, we'll get there.
I need a good solid
We'll
story.
get there. End of the segment, we'll talk about that.
No,
But yeah, Scrumpies.
Scrumpies. I don't know. I like half of it, and then the second half is just absolute piss.
Well, it tastes like vomit right from the start. Well, it doesn't taste. It smells like vomit.
You know what vomit tastes like? I guess everyone does, to be honest. That was a dumb
Scrumpy, you
question.
do.
Tried to be slick there.
I remember that night we went to the fucking was it the Auckland uni dorms?
Yeah.
I don't
With
know
Angus. Yeah.
No, I don't know what I was drinking. Was I drinking like that Wild Moose? Was it the rum?
Maybe a Canadian
Moose?
club or a...
Canadian clubs are good.
Whatever I was drinking, I got slammed because we drank a bit at yours before as well.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, it was a night that you and Elliot split, didn't you? Or did you have a scrum?
I had a scrum. I had a whole scrumpy that night, and
Is that the
Yeah,
night you were
that took
taking
me-
videos at the gym as well?
Oh, dude, that's the night I passed out.
Throwing like exercise
no.
balls around
No,
the
no,
gym.
no, that was a different night.
Dude, that is the fucking night I passed out on the street.
That's the night that, yeah, you must have been pretty drunk.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Passed out on the
Because,
street.
I
yeah,
remember shit, man. From
he
that
was
night.
trying to. That's the night you cuffed Angus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
On it, like not intentionally to hurt.
not
him.
intent, not to hurt him, not to hurt him.
I was
What?
just-
Grabbed
I don't know,
him.
I was fucking smashed.
Yeah,
You cuffed him by the neck. What were you thinking?
I don't know, man.
Angus
sure.
of all
I was
people, you
angry as
cuffed
fuck. Well,
Angus?
that's all I remember.
that was not.
Why
a
so
night.
fucking nice,
That
mate?
was-
Why so nice?
I don't know. I just saw like the fear in his eye. And I was like, just dropped him. I was like, shit.
That was
what
not
the fuck
necessarily
Are you doing?
not necessarily a night to remember that night.
No, it was a bad night. But still,
One from
how good.
yeah.
Survived it.
Mm.
But no, we had this night at my
Oh
house.
man, here we go.
Who
Look
was
at
that?
Elliot.
We had
I need a good explanation of this because I was in fucking Christchurch
Bro,
doing a
from
karate
our
tournament.
brains after that night, you have a better explanation.
I
of
woke
it.
up like on tournament day to like all these messages in the group chat and the story.
Yeah, we had to piece it together the next day. I
Yeah.
think, what happened?
How do we? What time did we get there at? Because I think me, Elliot, and Luke were playing some sort of tennis somewhere.
Yeah,
And
you
we were
guys
late.
arrived a little bit later.
Yeah.
It was me and Elliot at first.
Okay.
And between us we had about a liter of cider. Elliot brought 2 red wines because that was his red wine phase.
That was his phase. Red wine.
The phases of Elliot Liberty.
That's another
So
story
we were
in
splitting
itself.
that, which is plenty just for 2 guys. But then you showed up with a whole box of beers, I think.
No, I showed up with a scrumpy.
Oh, you showed up with a Scorpio.
Luke showed up with a. He showed up with Jack.
He showed up with a liter of bourbon.
Jack
Oh, it
Daniels.
might have been Jim Beam. Who had
Jim
the Jack?
Beam.
Who had the Jack? It must have been you.
There might have been some. Yeah, there was.
There was
some Jack
definitely
as
a
was
Jim
Jack,
Beam. I remember there
yeah.
being a Jim Beam. From
Yeah,
the
we
story.
finished it.
well. Yeah.
And what was that drinking game we played? Was it Psycho?
Psychic?
Psychic.
Yeah.
Psychic.
Oh
Yes.
man,
Wait, that's the one where you got to guess the
that gets the
Colour.
teenagers going, bro.
Yep.
color,
Yep.
lower,
So
higher.
first you guess color,
Yeah.
higher,
right.
lower, in between,
Right.
outside, and the suit. And then if you get the perfect round, so if you get all 4 cards right,
You get to pick who takes a shot.
yeah, you get to choose someone to have a whole
And your shot glasses were about the length of my index finger and the width
Yeah.
of my thumb. Huge, man. I was like looking at them. I'm like looking at this glass right now. I'm like, they look exactly the same. Huge, man.
A pint.
I remember I think it was like my 4th one. Because Elliot was throwing, 100%.
throwing up.
He was throwing as in he was pushing all of his luck out the window and just trying to lose
Yeah.
to take shots.
No, he was trying to get people going. Yeah.
That's Elliot though, man. Oh, I love that
Yeah.
dude.
And I remember taking one of those shots, and I think it was because what time did we leave? We left at like 11 or something, right?
Well,
so I think
this is where it gets pretty hairy.
yeah. So Luke and I got there at like 9. I think we finished. Okay, by the end we finished a bottle of Jim Beam. We must have topped off the Jack as well. I finished that scrumpy.
Yeah. Well, I think we realized we finished everything
We finished everything, and we had no drinks left, and we were
when
like,
we got back the next day.
and someone, I think Elliot was like, "Oh, let's call an Uber," and in my
Yeah.
head, I think that was like, I'll go back to the shot. So I took that shot. I think it was like my 4th or 5th one of Jack or Jim or whatever, and I remember swallowing it. I remember it seeping through each and every single vein in my body, and I just went, "Oh," and like ran to the bathroom, and was like, I had to take like a minute just to. You know those looks you give yourself in the mirror when you go to the bathroom drunk?
You're a fucking idiot.
You ascend through
just
reality when you look in the mirror. You're
Where
like,
am I?
as you're shaking, like trying to stand up, you're like, oh my god, man, where am I right now? And then we called that Uber,
Yeah. Well,
and then that bloody Russian Uber driver.
yeah. So
He was Russian, eh? He was some kind of,
Dude, I couldn't tell you.
he was
I couldn't
like
tell you.
Polish or
I was in the back seat. Luke was in the front seat.
no, wait, no, oh no, Luke was in the back. I think Elliot was in the front because Luke was thrown out the back window.
Okay.
I think.
So we get in this Uber,
Yeah.
and the Uber, we're driving forever. We're driving
In
for
our
so
minds, it was
long.
forever. So the distance from your place to where we were going was about.
Did you get off at like Carmel College?
Yeah. So the distance from your place to town was about
It's like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah. So we were there. We were like, oh man, this is like, are we
This
there
is
yet? And
taking
shit.
ages,
Are we
yeah.
there yet? We were in the Uber for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We get to
kicked out.
we get to Carmel, which is like 5 minutes from Josh's house, and then Luke's like, oh, and like in his seat, and he's like, oh, and then he's like, Uber, can you please pull Uber? And we're like, we can't even talk at this rate, and so he winds down the window, and the Uber like turns back. He's like, what the fuck? And then he's like, get the fuck out of my car! Get the fuck out of my car! Pulls over, and then we all get out of the car. I think we all collapsed on the sidewalk. We all just ate shit on the sidewalk.
Did like an exit roll. you
Yeah,
know?
exit roll
Like a GTA style
onto
exit
the main road, and then we all just yacked.
roll.
We all yacked.
Yeah.
Uber was off. His night was ruined because someone's sick was in the back of his car.
Yeah.
Or did you do it in the car?
I think he did it in the car. That's why he kicked us out.
But not a lot got on the car.
Not a lot got in the car,
So
but
in our
enough
defense-
to ruin his night as to no one else
being
to
an
go in
Uber
his car. Yeah.
Yep. And then shortly after, I called the ambulance because I genuinely thought that
Because Luke disappeared. That's right, eh?
Yeah,
Luke
well-
vanished.
he vanished. Me and Elliot thought we were dying.
Oh my god.
And then I called the ambulance, and they're like, "Do you need help? Do you need help? Are you sure?"
No. You text the ambulance.
I text the
You
ambulance.
text the ambulance.
I text them first.
I remember seeing those texts the next morning. It's like 111.
No,
Hello.
I only text I text 111 help.
Yeah.
HELP.
Help.
And then we walked home.
Help?
Did we? We teleported, bro.
You're telling me you
Yeah.
fucking text the ambulance saying help and you didn't get any help?
Doesn't work. It should work though. You should be able to text help to 111. Because what if you can't call them?
What do you mean? What
If you're
deaf or something?
kidnapped and you can't call 111?
I don't know. Just call them and put your phone away. They'll track you.
True.
It's better than saying help.
Yeah. But mum, if you're listening, that's the worst night we've ever
Yeah.
had. So don't worry too much about
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, my last memory of that night was tainting one of the bus stops with just red wine looking things. And then I woke up from there. Nothing from that like hour walk we had back from thing. Because we took the long route, I'm pretty sure. And that was a
scenic
long
route.
walk. Don't remember any of it. I don't remember the hill. I don't remember seeing you guys. I just remember teleporting back to your place.
Teleporting.
And then I wake up the next morning. That meme of the alien who looks like he's dry to hell, just baked out of his mind. And then sitting there, and I remember I had a mattress under me and a mattress on top of me.
Yeah.
So you must have put me
Yeah,
onto that
yeah.
mattress that was like levitated off the ground.
Because we got back and I hadn't set up any beds, and there was just a mattress on a bed with no sheets on it. And then I'm like, all right, Liam, you're sleeping there, and you're like, can I have some sheets, please? And I like looked around, couldn't find any. I was like, I'm not putting in the effort to find these sheets in the state I'm
just trying
in.
to go to bed.
So I grab another mattress off the floor and just make you a sandwich.
Because I was already on the bed. I was done. And then you put one on top of me, and that was
Just
it.
laid it on top of you,
And that was it. GG.
and you went to sleep.
Yep. I passed out, woke up the next morning. Elliot and I had tennis. We were playing on the same team the next morning. And I remember coming back. I think because we were young then. I didn't even have a car. I didn't have a license either. And I remember mum picking me up in the morning, driving me back. She was like, you look like shit. And then I get back, and I just remember throwing a bile in the toilet for like 2 hours.
How did you perform?
At tennis?
Yeah.
Shit. I think me and Elliot were
Fucking
training on the same. We were training on the same side of the court, like looking at each other, like
Fuck this.
vertigo, bro. It's like I'm still drunk right now. I can't get this out of my system, and that was the longest day of tennis I think I've ever had. And
Did you
it hurt.
vomit at all playing tennis? I reckon I would have vomited if I did something.
I felt
Friday.
sick. My stomach was just empty. You didn't want to eat anything. You've just been tearing your bloody liver because you've been throwing up
Bro,
bile. It's actually
bro.
so bad for you. I don't think a lot of people know that throwing up bile is actually
No.
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Because you need it.
Yeah, and it tears your.
I don't think that's the reason.
But I mean, it tears your bloody liver if you throw up bile.
Yeah.
Because it means that there's nothing coming out, and it's just like
Yeah. It's fucking
Yeah.
it's shit, bro.
yeah,
I had it when I was in Cuba.
throwing up bile.
Yeah, bro. Like, because it was an open bar at like this Cuban.
Dangerous.
So I'd go up and get like 2 dozen fucking rum and cola. And they'd be like, okay. And then if you gave them like 5 pesos, and you'd be like, make it strong, dude. She put like 80% fucking rum.
God, jeez.
It's like, Jesus, I fucked the table.
How many rums did she bring you at one stage?
We were going up and getting 24 at a time.
Wow.
Sometimes 2 people, and then we were drinking. Went to the club. Took a mint shot. I don't know if you've ever had a mint shot.
Mint, what, like the leaf?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. No, they're actually fucking nice, but you gotta get through the first 10 seconds.
Terrible for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Gotta like fucking not try and vomit for 10 seconds.
And then the good part is when it's no longer in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Feel great.
We're fine.
Remember those fireball shots we took in town that one time? At that like side bar to Roxy? When we went out with Nikita?
Yes. Yeah. I remember that.
And you tried getting back in, you got kicked out.
That happens a lot.
Those fireball shots, man. Those things hurt.
Yeah.
It's cinnamon
whiskey.
Cinnamon whiskey, yeah. And it's
fucking hell.
I can't handle that shit, man.
No, that'd be way too hot.
Flavored shots. I'm just trying to get it out of the way. I don't want to taste anything.
Just like a vodka shot.
Fuck everyone that takes a shot and is like, that was pretty good. Fuck you.
Some are not.
That's not what they're for.
Yeah, bro. Dude, have you taken a shot of like Japanese whiskey?
Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, bro. Have you had
Well, that's
some
not.
No, I haven't.
That's not sake, is it? That's
Well,
vodka.
it's Japanese whiskey.
yeah, Japanese whiskey.
It'd be a higher quality, right?
Dude, it's fucking smooth.
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 But you'd take a shot of that and be like, I want to pour another one.
Yes. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I cannot treat alcohol like that at all.
It's 'cause
I take one shot. I'm like, okay, I'm back to beers. Give me an APA. I'm good.
we're still broke students almost.
Yeah.
Like
We can't.
we don't buy like good quality spirits, you know.
Well,
True. So we still drink the shit.
shit. The shit at the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. 'cause
What do you mean that? What do you mean that we drink the shit?
Well, we don't have enough money to buy like $80 like alcohol.
Because Jack Daniels is not a good whiskey. Like
Not
Jack Daniels is all marketing.
Oh yeah.
Like
of
the
course.
bottle, they spend all their money making the bottle look good on their ads. It's all the image, and it probably costs them like $5 to make, or like $3 to make. It's just
probably because
just
it's like
dribble out of
the
those
best
big
of the
barrels.
cheap.
Yeah.
It's like the best of the cheap, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's in
Possibly.
that metal bracket, and that's why. Because they can market it high.
But we did go to Jefferson. I think I went with Elliot. It's a whiskey bar in town, and I got recommendations.
That's the one next to Roxy, right?
Yeah, the underground
Yeah,
whiskey bar.
One of Jono's mates is like one of the managers there. We had
Right.
like free like cocktails or some shit there once. Fuck, good
Yeah,
bar.
and,
Really like low key, which is cool.
Yeah, it's a very good atmosphere down there.
Yeah.
And I actually went with Jono, and Elliot, and so Jono's mate was working there, and he actually,
Yeah, that would have been Dan. Yeah.
he let me try like a really nice whiskey,
Yeah.
and it was just night and day. Like it's a different drink
Yeah.
when you're actually got like a quality whiskey.
Comparatively with the shit that we drink.
So-
Yeah. Shot of Jack, boys.
I don't drink bourbon really. If it's like spirits.
Yeah. Are there levels of quality of bourbon? Because you get the Jim Beam usually,
Yeah.
right?
It's like different types of Jim Beam, but sometimes you can taste you can taste difference in them.
Yeah.
Like, but I do have a preference. I don't know. I don't know. I just like bourbon in general. It's just nice, man.
Bourbon and
Smooth.
Cokes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I got
Nice
3
bro.
bottles of alcohol for my birthday, and
Bottles.
I just gave them to my parents. I was like, "Here you go."
Bro, what were they?
I think it was honey whiskey
Oh,
Jack Daniels.
that is terrible.
It's bad.
That is terrible.
Dude.
Stuff.
One from one.
Do you remember that fucking night?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I bought a bottle of honey whiskey the week before.
Yeah.
Left it in my black car in the summertime all week, and then
Fermented more.
fermented. We ended up drinking warm honey whiskey, right?
Bro, we opened it, and we just both went, and I was like, "Holy fuck, I'm drunk off just that, man!"
Just
like,
off the
fumes,
fumes.
just like
Yeah, the 60% of liquid in that bottle just
We were
vanished.
Oh,
Then we ended up finishing the bottle. Then you were like, "Oh no, I do love vodka." So we got vodka, and you just sat there with like half a glass of vodka, just like sipping at it,
Back in
drinking
the day
it
when I
straight.
could drink.
And
Yeah.
Well, you can't drink anymore.
You saw me last night. I left half a cup of bourbon
you did.
in your
What's
room.
wrong with you, man?
Don't know, man.
You've changed, bro.
Just
America's
give
changed.
me a green tea.
The University of America, Washington, has changed you.
Put some whiskey in green tea.
Just give me a green tea and 3/4 of a cup of whiskey. No, but
Imagine those.
We had whiskey though the other night, my place. That was nice.
last night. Yeah,
Yes.
the other
Yes,
night.
yes.
The other last night.
Yes, last night.
The other last night.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Whiskey waters,
Yeah,
pretty
bro.
good. That's the way to
Waters.
drink it.
Whiskey water.
Gotta
Oh,
get nice
dims
cold
it down
water.
a bit, eh?
Iced like cold water. Though.
Ice
Yeah.
cold whiskey
Yeah,
water.
bro.
Mm.
Damn.
No, that's good.
You see, I just can't do straights.
What was it? Macallan? Scottish whiskey.
Macallan, something
Macallan,
like that.
Macallan.
Yeah. No, but that honey whiskey night was our first. I think that was my first time in town. When we went to Kong.
You went to
Do you remember
Kong on your first time in
The
town.
first night, yeah.
God bless, man.
Wait,
Yeah.
which night was this? Oh, that was the
Um,
night. Yeah,
I've
no,
got
no.
a photo on my Instagram.
Yeah, that night with the fucking the honey fucking Jack Daniels.
That was the night,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So.
Fuck yeah, that's right. So we're like, we'll go big for his first night into town.
Mm.
'Cause I'd already
And then
been
you went
before.
Kong.
No, I can't remember where we went to start off with.
Well, if
We
you
went a
went
few
Kong,
places.
I remember we went to
Yeah.
Kong.
you would have
and
walked
finished there.
downstairs
And it was just like,
to the dark abyss, and you would have been like, "Where am I? Get me out of
I
here!"
was like, yeah, take me home. It's like, go to the McDonald's next door, get some nuggets.
The New Zealand sign of completing the night is just McDonald's
Yes.
and Britta Mart
Yes, it is
Central.
100%.
Sometimes BK can be real nice sometimes.
The BK what on Queen Street? The like single file like BK.
Yeah, but you can self-serve now.
Really?
I think so.
Oh shit.
It's all down the side when you walk in.
Ah,
I'm pretty sure it is.
fancy.
Mm.
Or KFC on 4th Street. It's a good one as well.
Oh yeah.
They're
Can you
quick.
get that at night?
They're quick. Yeah. They go to the late.
Mm.
I'll do like a KFC sometimes. I feel like absolute shit after eating it though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've never had a bucket from KFC. I can't do it.
New Zealand KFC is supposed to be some of the best
Yeah.
in the world.
I think so because I wouldn't say KFC is that big in the States. Would you say it is?
I saw it.
I
was
never
They got
tried
what,
it. I never
Popeyes
tried it,
and
yeah.
all that kind of shit.
They've got a lot of different fast food.
Yeah.
A lot of different fast
Popeyes
food.
chicken I think is the most popular one over there.
The Popeyes brought out a new chicken burger when I was over there, and one guy got shot over it. Another guy, he survived. Another
He
guy
survived.
Bless him.
he survived to eat more
He got
Popeye
his
chicken
burger.
burgers. And I think another guy in Maryland, which is the state over to us, really close,
Yeah.
he pushed in the line for this chicken burger because they released it, and when it came out, it was super popular. And he pushed in the line and he got stabbed
He got stabbed.
over the chicken burger,
over a
and he
burger.
died actually.
He died.
Yeah.
What? Okay, he pushed in line.
So you
So
know,
white sin, as in like it's like a light kind of like I don't know. You push in line, it's like, oh, what are you doing, man? And it's like, oh, whatever. Instead, it's you get stabbed, and your whole family has to go through you dying over a fucking chicken burger.
a bit of an escalation, you would say.
A burger. Here lies. Rest in peace, sir. Never
Who the
got
fuck
his
does that,
Chick-fil-A
though?
burger.
Who the fuck
Americans,
just stabs
man,
someone for
Americans.
like jumping in front of them? Like, what the fuck?
You know, so I was in
Hey
Washington.
man, quit playing. What
I see you.
do you think this is, man? This is chicken burger.
I was in Washington D.C. for my exchange, so I was about 4 months in D.C. and I thought it was relatively safe. Like I was in quite a good part of town. Like our campus was residential, and I think we're in quite a nice area. But even like when you went downtown to the city, like you still felt really safe. But I got back and I just saw a news article, just like an ad, and it was like the most dangerous cities in America.
Washington number one.
And so I was scrolling through them. There were 60 cities, and
well,
like
Chicago's one, eh?
Chicago was lower than Washington.
What?
Washington was like 5th most dangerous city.
What was number one?
Baltimore, actually.
Really?
So just down the road.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, Roy was in the States when those riots were happening in what was it? It was in St. Louis, I think. There were like these massive riots going on over there. Like
Wow.
literally just like a few miles away from his like college. My parents were like, "Damn, stay out of that shit." I think it was during that like when Black Lives Matter was like really big.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Man, it was like scary, man.
Yeah. Well, there was an AK-47 shooting in our city.
What?
Like
while you were
3 or
there?
4 weeks in.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Way to turn on your bloody semester.
Yeah. And then also, I had a friend from Spain. His name was Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Good guy. And he had a shooting on his doorstep.
What?
He wasn't home, thankfully, but his whole street got shut off. And there was a shooting about 5 meters from his doorstep.
Jesus.
So.
What the fuck?
I mean, there were signs that it was that dangerous, but I never felt like unsafe in DC. I felt a little bit unsafe in Philadelphia.
Philly.
When I went to visit Elliot.
Yeah.
Right at the start of my trip, but
Why is that?
DC.
Yeah, what's wrong with Philly?
Philly was like, I just got to America.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to cross the road at the state. Like,
Nah, that's totally
I've seen
understandable.
someone getting tackled for
Holy
jaywalking
fuck.
in New York, bro.
yeah, because you're not allowed to
Some
jaywalk.
dude running around across the street. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Boom! Straight onto the sidewalk.
You think you jaywalk?
Yeah. Jaywalking's illegal in New York, I'm pretty sure.
It's illegal. I think it's illegal everywhere.
Really?
But
Yeah.
Do that.
but
here.
Yeah,
I
it's definitely in
jaywalk. Like
Boston when I went to
you
Boston.
jaywalk sometimes. Like sometimes there's no one around,
Yeah.
and it's like what are they gonna do?
Tackle you.
Yeah, but
Break your neck on the
it's
pavement.
weird. The crossings in America, the way it works is you're supposed to go out at the start of the green light, but cars know to look out for you. So as soon as the light turns green, you're supposed to just walk onto the road.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that at first, but the reason I felt unsafe was just in Philadelphia, just not knowing my way around.
Right.
I was by myself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you were finding a way to Elliot's, right?
Yeah,
When you first got there.
Well, when I first got there, I traveled for 40 hours because I went all the way to Philadelphia. And yeah, it was nighttime and I was like walking around the city with my backpack and my suitcase and all that stuff.
Jesus.
That was
Yo, man, what you got in that suitcase, brother?
Textbooks.
4 months of possession.
You here, man?
But actually, it was walking around the city. Even in the daytime, there was a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
A lot of homeless people. I was walking down a street, like right in the middle of the city, and this homeless guy was just sitting down, like looking at people walk past. And I made eye contact with him, and he's like, "What you looking at?" It's just, fuck, bro, I just got here 2 days ago.
That's when you go, a homeless man.
You.
What you say, boy?
And the other thing is, you really feel like you can take one wrong street in Philadelphia,
And you're done.
and then you're
done.
You're finished.
Yeah. Especially if
Like-
you're by yourself.
I was trying to walk to my destination because I was trying to save some money, and it got to a point where I was walking under under overpasses, and there were like homeless people, and I was
Yeah.
walking through like some dodgy areas, and I ended up Ubering because
Yeah.
I felt unsafe. But
It's weird how that is in like different countries there.
Fucking hell.
Because New Zealand, even when you sometimes walk through like town at night, you get like the crazy dudes who like walk around. If you're not drunk, you feel super unsafe.
Yeah.
Like you come back from like me, my brother, and no, it was me and my brother. We went to go see like Endgame when it first came out. I think we went to like a 9 p.m. screening. Got out at like 12 a.m. and I think it was Wednesday or something. So student night in town. We're walking down to Britomart. You know, walking all the way down Queen Street. You see like Mac is on your right.
Yeah.
And then we're looking out in the street, and all we hear is, and we like look over, and then these like massive brawl of like 10 dudes. And we're like looking over, and I like looked at Rory. He just like grabs my arm and is like, "All right, we're going that way." These dudes just like flailing their arms, have no idea what they're doing, just drunk fighting each other.
Jesus.
And that's like the biggest concern I have is like dudes just brawling and like getting you involved.
We got like a king hit sort of underbelly culture
Yeah,
in New Zealand.
yeah,
Like, but we don't have gun violence. So.
yeah.
Yep. I know. I stopped one that time in town. Remember? I think I told you. Did I tell you?
Yeah, no, that was. Retell the story, please.
No, I was like.
So Goose was acting up, and then you cuffed him.
Goose was trying to start fights.
No, I saw like this dude, like he was getting chased by like these like 6 Indian dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
And then and I was like, and then they stopped, and then just like walked back, and I was waiting, and then they run back again, and I go to like king hit the dude, and I just like fucking jump up and just fucking start running down, push all the dudes off, like they fucking jumped them. I'm just like, yo, fuck off, man, like 6-on-1, get fucked. They're like getting in my face and shit. And like I was just trying to calm them down and just like talk shit. I was like, you're a bunch of pussies anyway. Like cops came and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
It was fucked, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I think PAX is like where you just want to avoid.
PAX?
As in packs of people like, you know, there'd be dudes who linger around like just looking to fight someone.
Yeah, you get those kind of people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was one of Jono's friends who went Albert Park. You know,
no, it was Jono and his friends.
Yeah, it was Jono and his friends there. Yeah, so they're walking through Albert Park, and you know that area by Auckland Uni where there's like the little, like covered little circle thing in the middle of Albert Park.
Fountain.
Yeah, no. So there's the fountain, and then across, like to the left of the fountain, there's that area where you can like sit under the like cover, and then it's like that hut looking thing.
It's like the hut. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so like they're walking through Albert Park to try and get to the clubs. And then they climb over the thing to like get in, and then like I don't know, doing something stupid, and then one of his mates like lands on,
falls out of the sky.
He lands on one of the homeless people who are like sleeping in there. So they all sleep in there because it's all shade. And then, God knows what happened from there. I can't remember the story, but I just remember him saying like, he got put in like hospital because he got beaten up and.
Wow.
Because he said it was like there was 3 of them, and then there were like probably 14 or so like homeless people, and he said like there's no point in us like trying to like help him at that rate because you're just all gonna get messed up.
Yeah.
So like what's the point?
Fuck
I would have done that same thing. Like there's 14 dudes and like 2 of us.
You just run. Yeah.
Better 1 than 2 if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I can't do shit.
I'll just couldn't do a 2-on-1 probably.
Stop being mean. What you're doing is wrong, and then instantly just an uppercut and then broken jaw.
Yeah. No, but I did feel safer in America when I was drinking, actually. And
you find that, I think you feel a lot safer when you're drinking.
I don't know. I think people are just there's different drinking culture in America.
Yeah.
People are more friendly, and I met so many more friends in bars in America. Had better times in America, but man, the way to really get to know a city is to be blackout drunk. In the downtown area, sitting on the sidewalk
just
at like 2 a.m. Because there's something really weird about it, but you feel so connected to the city when you're just sitting on your ass.
With something up your ass?
On your ass.
Fire hydrant.
Nah, I agree with that statement.
You're just sitting in the city. You're drunk. Like,
I agree.
Like, you don't ever care. Like, it's maybe a little bit dangerous, but there's something real and experiential about just sitting there, like, in the city.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
No, I had that.
Everyone has that when they're drunk, eh? Like, you kind of just, like, take in things a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You process shit way too fast. Except for the important shit. Like driving.
Oh, yeah, that filters that.
Yeah. What am I going to have for breakfast tomorrow?
Well, so what's this Stoke?
Stoke's good beer, man.
Yeah, Liam providing the Stoke beers.
Stoked, man. With the Stoke.
Nelson
PA. Ale. So that's Pride of the South, literally. Handcrafted Stoke in PA.
4.2%.
Oh, we should inform the people who are still listening at this point about the beer segment we're going to do in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So our plan, we get 6 beers. Should we use a camera? I mean, we can't really like, you know what I mean? Like you guess it right and it's like, oh, he's right. Wow. And no one can see us.
We could do it for that segment.
Yeah.
As well.
I reckon we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a pre-recorded segment and we chuck it at the end.
Yeah.
I think people might like that. But essentially there's like 6 different beers that we're going to do like in a segment. And then we all get a try of it, and then you have to tell the difference between each beer and what it tastes like.
Flavors.
Yeah, just so you don't build a bias and then guess what the beer is, and if
we
you're
also
right.
had a mini comp in between that as well, like within it, because we got 2 Japanese beer, 2 European beer, and then 1 IPA, 1 APA.
Yep.
So you had to tell the difference between each.
Shot for everything you get wrong.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're planning to bring that in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
So
in the
a little segment.
How about beforehand?
Well,
pre-record it and then start the podcast.
We can't do it pre-recorded.
How
we're
good.
thinking of bringing some segments into the podcast.
Yeah.
If you got any recommendations
Yes.
of stuff you want us to do, but
What,
we'll
what
go
shot?
halfway
What
through.
shot should we do?
Yeah. Oh, we could do a shot segment as well. Like, well, obviously, people we're
Yeah.
not going to take recommendations like, oh, go buy this $60 bottle for the podcast. It's like, we're not going to do that.
Well, we can do the first half of the segment sober, and then the second half, people can just watch it derail itself.
Yeah. I was thinking we do
As
we could do a potty mouth podcast as well. So I thought of that the other day
What?
because
We can't swear or we can swear.
can't swear. So I was listening to the
We've been swearing.
yeah. I was listening to the first podcast, and the first thing I noticed is how much I swear, just
Yeah.
unconsciously. Like I swear so much.
I can't do it.
And so every time you swear,
Sorry.
you I don't know, take a swig.
All right.
Swig's okay, swig's fine.
I mean, that'll probably just make you swear more though, if you get drunk.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's the point.
Oh yeah, and then it's like a
It's a
cumulative. Repeating cycle. Yeah.
You just keep
Right.
going.
Okay.
fuck.
Yeah, here you go. Take a shot.
Alright, boys. Should we go into a sports segment?
Yeah, we can do a sports segment for a bit.
Talk about we had the NBA trade deadline.
Yep, we did have the NBA trade deadline. And
Keep it brief, but
for the unsporty people, you can leave a timestamp to skip forward to if you want, but nah. Well, Wiggins for Russell, thoughts? Was it that was a trade, right? That was a trade.
That's
Good-
good. I
good
think
for
that's
both
good
teams.
for both
That's a
teams,
trade,
bro.
yeah.
100%
Definitely good for both teams.
I think I think
That's definitely good. I
good
think
for Wiggins because he
Wiggins,
needs
bro.
a fresh start. He needs to get the fuck out of there.
He's just gonna play
Drink.
support. He's literally just gonna support Curry and Steph, bro.
Which is what his role is basically.
and they need a small forward, obviously. So.
Yeah. And then Russell just, I don't know, he was going to get kicked out of there eventually anyway because they don't need him eventually.
How about we just go down from
The
the, top?
fit
eh?
wasn't right,
Yeah.
but I saw
So-
Wiggins warming up for the game today,
Yeah.
and one of the comments on Instagram summed it up perfectly. Or like all the comments said the same thing. It's like Wiggins looks like a guy, like a kid at his first day at school. Like he walked out of there, he was just starstruck. He's like,
Wow. San Francisco.
not
Bro,
starstruck.
he's gonna
but he
thrive
doesn't
because he's
know
gonna have
what's
a good crowd around him too, man. It's better than the
Yeah.
fucking Timberwolves, honestly.
I don't
Straight
know,
up.
man. Wiggins doesn't have like that factor that you need to have to be a superstar.
He doesn't need to be, bro. He's gonna have two superstars around him, and he averages.
Holy, I
22
didn't even
and a half
realize
points.
how much the Grizzlies received. I thought they just got Justice Winslow.
Fuck no, bro.
What?
They got John Waiters and yeah,
He
that fucking
received
Gang.
Andre Iguodala, Solomon Hill,
Bro, Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder's a
Jay
good
Crowder.
fucking add up for them, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of the dudes I wanted the Lakers to get, bro.
Wait, how did the Timberwolves get
Bro,
James
he's
Johnson
shooting
out of that?
well from three this season, man.
Oh, because
Yeah.
Dang and was from...
Yeah, and towards
Okay.
James Johnson.
Okay, the Heat received Jay Crowder. I didn't
James
realize
Johnson on the Timberwolves? Ooh. That's not bad. That's I'm
Who's
looking
James
for
Johnson?
from fucking
I know who
Miami.
he is, but what has he done, bro?
He's still a decent player though.
Dealt Mike Conley for Jay Crowder in a future first pick. Jesus.
that. Justice Winslow is the best player in that trade, though. So
Wow. Is he better than Jay Crowder?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's been injured, but that guy has a lot of potential. I think in a couple years.
Drummond and Cavs.
Yeah,
Okay, that was weird.
That's a fucking dude. It makes him look like he's worth nothing. Bro.
I know they gave him away for nothing.
Cavaliers
2023.
received
Brandon
Andre
Knight
Drummond.
washed.
Pistons received
John Henson
bag of
washed. Get out
pan-fried
there.
steak and a beer.
Oh,
2023 second round pick.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even pick that out?
be good in 5 years.
I know.
That is
Like,
worth.
Like-
Cavs are like, oh, we want Brandon Knight, John Henson. What else you guys got?
We want a
That's
2023 second round pick.
we
See
want a
ya.
16-year-old.
You guys got Andre Drummond now.
Yeah. Bro, and Andre Drummond's going to be good on Cleveland, man. Because they can play Tristan Thompson at power forward if they want to now.
Yeah. What do you think the Pistons were thinking?
Rebounding fucking for days, bro.
Yeah. What were the Pistons thinking though?
Pistons-
Brandon
no.
Knight. I mean, they got John Henson, but he's just a baby face, like
He's trash, man.
skinny
Yeah.
guy who looks like he's just happy to make millions.
Yeah, Drummond's a really good player as well.
I don't even know if I want to talk about this fucking trade.
Clippers
But
beat out Lakers for Marcus Morris.
yeah.
What's the
Clippers
trade?
received
Oh,
Marcus
dude.
Morris, Isaiah
So-
Thomas.
Fucking
That's a tongue twister. Marcus Morris, Isaiah Thomas, Maurice Harkless.
no. So the Knicks asked the Lakers for Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, and then I think it was like a pick or some shit, and I think it was a first round pick for Marcus Morris, and then the Clippers get him for fucking Mo Harkless.
What?
It's like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That's bullshit, man.
Teams don't want to give the Lakers players, do they?
It's so shit, man.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, man. Like, we were just lucky that Anthony Davis is so fucking good.
Yeah. Because you gave up half your team.
Half a team pretty much, man. Yeah, I think our team's good, man. But we needed Jay Crowder or like Marcus Morris, man. We needed that fucking like 3 to back up LeBron.
Your favorite player on the Lakers, bro? Your favorite player on the Lakers?
I fucking hate LeBron, bro. Honestly, I don't support him. I support the Lakers. I hate LeBron. He's such a lazy. I won't say it.
Yeah, he's definitely coasting though, man. He's coasting for the playoffs.
Oh, dude, he's definitely coasting, bro. Like, he just wants to pass the ball.
Strategic coasting. I don't think he's lazy. I think he's just trying to stay uninjured.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. Nah, I don't know. There's times in games, man, where he just does like dumb shit.
Warriors received 3 second-round picks.
Oh, Glenn Robinson.
That's a weird deal.
Bro, that's so good, though, for the 76ers. They add so much wing to their team, man. Bro, and when they get fucking...
Wait, the Rockets
Richardson
had
back,
Jordan Bell?
They waived him.
What?
Yeah, and Isaiah Thomas got waived from the Clippers.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sucks for that guy.
I think Isaiah needs to retire, bro.
I saw him in...
Where can he play?
Saw him play in Washington. He was good on Washington, but...
Yeah. They don't need him.
Well, they traded him, right? I think they would have kept him, but...
That's all for the trades, I think.
That's it, yeah.
Well, big ones at least.
Yeah. I mean, Scal Labissiere. That's crazy, man. Holy. And Cash?
Bro, I'm pretty sure they...
It's not crazy.
I love those trades when Roj like tweets that, like X tweeted Y for Cash.
Cash considerations. Pacers got one of the best wings in the business for Cash.
Bro.
What's his name? I can't even remember his name.
No one can.
No. On the Pacers.
Well, Pacers.
He got traded for Cash.
I'm blanking on his name. He was in the fight with Jimmy Butler.
TJ Warren.
TJ Warren.
He got traded for Cash.
Yeah. What was your friend saying about TJ Warren?
Oh, yeah. So one of Roy's mates. I don't know if he was one of his mates, but he played or was at the same high school as TJ Warren. And he was like, man, TJ Warren, he's the best basketball player I've ever seen.
There you go.
And it's like, you think of the level of TJ Warren, like playing in like the NBA. He's good. He's a good player, but like wouldn't compare to like any other like big time player. He said he's like dropped 40 points a night in high school or something.
Yeah, well, I guess he meant in person, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But like he just said he was insane, and he would drop 35, 40 points a night, like just nothing. Yeah. But that's high school. You're playing
look at like
fucking
students. Matt Freeman, bro.
Yeah.
Westlake. And dude was just like beasting every game, bro.
Dropped 50 in the semi-final.
Yeah, pretty sure he dropped like...
Really?
Bro, he dropped like
50.
He dropped like 50 in like 17 or some shit.
Yeah, bro, you don't get a scholarship to America. A D1 scholarship if you don't do something like that.
Yeah, he was good, man. I remember when he used to come to like the Rosmini games, and we would just talk shit on the like... and we were on the bleachers like, you're trash. And then he'd just like sink a 3 and look at us and point at us. I'm just like, alright, sweet.
Yeah, bro. I don't actually really know how it's going, to be honest.
He was on Oklahoma.
He was on Trae Young's team.
He was on Trae Young's team. Played with Trae Young.
Yeah.
I think he didn't get many minutes.
Ooh,
so he transferred this season, from what I've seen. And I think he's getting more time, more opportunity. So, but Mitch, you saw Jack Salt the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, he's a good dude, that guy.
Yeah, Jack Salt was a Westlake player, and he used to walk past us at lunch break, and he was the biggest guy I've ever seen. Like, he was skinny at the time, but you would just be like looking in the sky.
I think it's the legs, man, that gets me. It's like, whoa. It's like, I thought I was tall, and I'm a midget compared to these guys.
He's fucking huge, bro.
Yeah, but he's filled out now.
I think he's playing in Europe now.
Yeah?
Right.
Yeah, I think he is. I'm pretty sure that's what he was telling me.
Okay.
He won the March Madness Championship, right? NCAA tournament. He was on Virginia, I think. They won the tournament, so...
I was brought up the fucking All-Stars. What do you reckon?
I want like what Giannis said about James Harden. I want somebody to pass the ball. Like, that was good. That was hilarious. I love that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not really. That's like the same team Giannis had last year. He just picked all the like non like good guys, but like Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo's a beast, bro.
15 points per game, 4.9 assists. It's like
solid.
He picked him over like
Bam's
these guys on LeBron's team.
Bro, but think about it. He's so athletic. He's gonna play so well with Giannis. He's like, look who he's got. He's got Embiid as well. You could play Embiid and Bam and Giannis probably at the same time. And you could probably at some point play Pascal with them as well. Yeah. And you play Kimber. That's crazy, man.
Looking at these names makes me think, who the hell is gonna get MVP this year?
Giannis, bro. Giannis is a beast, bro. He is a fucking beast.
But man, Lillard has turned up.
Yeah, actually, no. If Lillard keeps playing like this, and he pushes against the Blazers into sort of like sixth or something.
Scroll back up. Oh, there's another player I saw as well.
Up further.
Yeah, up further. Trae Young's playing well for his second year, 29. But Luka Doncic,
bro, Luka. I just got his jersey too.
He's an MVP candidate.
Bro,
James Harden again, I guess.
Nah, fuck James Harden. No way.
He's been exposed.
He's been shut down like pretty much the last few games, man.
Yeah.
35.8 points per game.
Yeah. I know.
All drawn contact.
Yeah, no, I'm not going into James Harden shit.
Yeah, we'll say that for another podcast.
But no, like
the heated
I love
segment.
Yeah, Giannis is doing it in like 28 minutes a night or something.
Just think about it, bro. Luka's literally he led Dallas to like third in the West.
Yeah.
Like solidly third in the West, and since he's been injured, they've like been on and off.
I can't believe he got picked fourth. Still, everyone knew how good he was.
Yeah, bro.
And you get picked third, fourth.
He got picked fourth, and then Trae Young was fifth, and then he got swapped.
That's right. Yeah.
Sorry, they got traded.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. What about, you reckon Chris Paul?
I hate that dude, man.
I don't like Chris Paul either.
I don't like Chris Paul at all.
I don't like Chris Paul, but he's a fucking good player, man.
If he was a football player,
I don't like him, but he's fucking good.
He'd flop.
He is such a good.
He would dive. But yeah, he's such a good point guard. How is he an all-star though? Looking at those stats, are you serious?
Because it's
17, 6, and 5.
You can't keep going off just stats. Like, think about how much he just brings to that team, man. Like, just in like leadership and just knowledge and just like being like a floor general. Like, just I don't know, just so much more he does. Being like pretty solid and fucking strong.
But I don't know what it is about all-stars, eh? I
where's
guess
the steal stat, bro?
Yeah. The thing about all-stars is like when I was like young, I used to think all-stars was all like the guys who made the coolest plays and like were like not like the biggest influence, but like they were
so well like recognized.
They just ascended their team.
18-time all-star and shit. So it's like I think it needs to be like the best players now, man. Like legit.
The best players, yeah.
Yeah, man. Because it's like you got to earn that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy to.
Kyle Lowry.
Dude, Kyle Lowry.
He's same thing,
right?
He's
not an all-star, bro.
Same thing. He's contributing to second in the East.
Dude, the second in the East pretty much led by him, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Pascal Siakam, but like...
I mean, compare his stats to Chris Paul.
But then you can go back to like, what was it, 2015 when like 4 of the 5 like Atlanta startup was on the East team. You remember that?
Yeah.
And it was like, how is... what's his name? The dude with the
Kyle
dreads.
Korver,
the guy with the dreads as well. What was his name?
Oh, DeMarre Carroll.
How was that guy an all-star?
Was he an all-star?
He was an all-star, yeah.
No way.
I remember watching the Cavs series that year, and there was like this big segment on One News about DeMarre Carroll.
I can't believe it.
Clamping LeBron, and then they got swept.
Yeah, they got swept. Jeez.
No. Obviously, your boy Sabonis is in there, mate. Good on him.
Good line for a center. 12.6 rebounds.
He's a beast, bro.
Almost 5 assists for a center.
Forward center. I still think he's been
ranked
a powerful,
6
bro.
in the NBA for rebounds per game. Damn.
There were a bunch of people tweeting Domantas Sabonis is the weakest All-Star selection in 10 years.
Get fucked.
And he's got 12.6 rebounds per game.
And he averages fucking nearly 5 assists a game as a fucking center.
Get out of here.
Bro, like, look, Jokic is only averaging, like, what, 2 assists more? And not, like...
Yeah,
bro, he averages like 2 less rebounds.
That picture of Jokic makes it look like a thumb, eh?
Seriously, like, look.
A thumb with hair.
They would have took that right at the start of the season, right? He came into the league.
Nah, that dude.
He came into the season.
Remember that game after he played like 4 overtimes? And then there was that picture of him like photoshopped on that dude who was like skinny ass.
Oh, that's gold. That's gold. He came in like Shaq sized almost.
Oh, he was big.
He was chubby. He ate a lot.
Fat boy.
Bro, fucking Brandon Ingram. 25 a game now. Fuck yeah, good on him.
Luke Walton effect.
Nah, Buddy Hield's playing well.
Is he an all-star?
No.
Oh, okay. Is he on New Orleans? He's on the Kings. He's on the Kings. He started off in New Orleans, eh? That's right.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler, bro. Fuck yeah.
Nick Nurse.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Nurse, man.
Who do you reckon missed
Frank
out?
Vogel.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I guess he's coaching the best team in the league.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? I just fucking said it.
Stats.
Oh yeah. Who do you reckon missed out? Like hard out? And
Bradley Beal.
Who would you replace? Who would you replace it with though?
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I agree with
Kyle Lowry.
I would
Dead silence.
No, I'd take Chris Paul out first because.
But he's on the West, right?
Only I know what I said before, but I'll be honest. Dennis Schroeder's 6th man of the year right now. Or whatever his name is. Schroeder,
whatever.
Schroeder. He is 6th man of the year, I reckon, bro. He is so fucking good, and he is like a good reason to why they're so like playing so well. So I'd take him out solely on that because he's got a lot more, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon definitely Booker for Chris Paul is an easy pick. Like,
oh yeah, Booker.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Booker.
So you reckon pretty much Lowry and Chris Paul.
Beal should have got in. I don't know who for though.
Who else missed out?
Maybe Middleton actually. It's tough to say.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry. Or
sometimes Middleton's like so fucking good for the Bucks, and then there's times where it's like he doesn't really seem like he does.
He's only averaging 20 points. Like he was averaging more last season.
Yeah, but Giannis is averaging like 30
and 11 or something.
I remember when Giannis got shut down.
30, 10, and
30
13.
and what? What are those
30?
stats?
Oh, that's
30.1, 5.8 assists point game.
13 rebounds.
What the hell?
LeBron 25
in
points,
like
10 assists.
28 minutes because they're blowing them out. So
yeah.
Anthony Davis 26, 3.3.
That's not even
9.
crazy stats.
Bro,
for Anthony Davis.
He needs to get his rebounds up, bro. He's playing like fucking. He's running the lane every time. So LeBron, they play like transition quick, and it's like it's so frustrating because he's so good at the board, and he could definitely be a better rebounder, and he runs the floor because he's actually so good at fucking playmaking, man. Yeah.
All right. So we covered basketball.
yeah, try to keep it short.
What else we got? Should we talk about what social media a bit?
Yeah, why not?
We got social media as one of our topics. Okay, so if you could, I got one question. I was thinking this before. If you could think of what would happen if, like, tomorrow you wake up and social media is just gone. Like, you wake up, Instagram's gone, Messenger's gone.
I'd be fucking bored. I would be lost.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
If I had, still currently looking for a job.
Yeah.
Unemployed.
Hire this man.
Yeah, nah. I think I'd be fine then, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. If I was just at home, I'd be pretty fucking bored and lost.
Yeah, it's weird, eh?
Does that include like TV?
I don't know. It's kind of entertainment, I guess. TV.
Yeah.
That's not really social media. You're not really interacting with people on it.
Like if you watch like ESPN, that's like social media.
Yeah, fair enough. But
No.
I mean, you can't really interact with your TV. That's the thing.
True.
You can kind of change the channel, but you're just
Yeah,
getting
well, that's
not
exactly
not
what it is.
now.
Yeah.
For me, the worst part about social media is people that'll just comment like real negative things.
Yeah.
Because it's not in person. Like there's no way people would comment or say the same stuff if it was to people's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
But when you can say something behind a computer screen and even have a fake name, not even your real name.
Yeah.
Like
Kevin Durant.
And there's become a real account. There's like a real toxic negativity
I was
culture.
gonna say that.
Like if you go on Facebook, right, and you look at all the NBA posts, most of the time the top posts will be negative, something negative. One of the top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And anytime you see WNBA posts, you know what the comments are gonna be.
Get in the kitchen.
funny, but like predictable and like
That's what they all say.
It's all negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like weird thing I find about social media is like if it shut off tomorrow, right? Imagine how many people would just lose
their jobs,
lose money, lose their jobs, because you got all these marketers, you got Instagram
Influencers.
models,
Just a few satellites.
Yeah. Knock down all those. Oh man,
Knock the satellites out.
That could save the environment.
Hey, you know,
What, knocking the satellites out?
Yeah, well, it'd stop people being on social media and shit, bro.
Yeah.
I find I hate being the dude who says it, but like I don't want to raise my kids in a place where it's just social media driven, especially for the next generation of kids, because like you raise your kid in an environment where I don't know, some kid in his class could just make an account, a fake account, and just message him shit and say like fuck you and like you're fucking ugly and shit like that.
Less interaction as well.
Yeah.
Like
that's the other thing.
Yeah. We work in supermarkets, right?
Yeah.
Me and Liam, and the amount of kids that I see just sitting in the trolley, but like 1.5 years old, 2 years old,
and they're
just like watching like an iPad.
Yeah.
You know?
It's bad.
And
So bad, man.
Because
I never did that.
Because if they look away from that iPad, like
they would be
missing out on like so much.
Yeah, exactly.
And whereas that thing on that iPad is like there forever. Like every moment you live in a day is like you look around, you're never gonna see that ever again when you think about it.
Unless it's Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the attention spans of these kids are gonna be.
Oh, they're gonna be bad.
Yeah.
These kids are gonna go to college. Not gonna go to class.
Yeah, already happening.
Already happening, yeah. Guilty.
Yeah. Also guilty.
Not guilty.
But past.
But past, yeah, same.
But no, but it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. Yeah. Like, and I know a lot of younger family friends who are just like always on their phone. Like, they get it at such a young age, and it's such a big part of like their development. And
yeah.
There's still not a lot of like research or proof on what that would do to your brain. You know. So.
Well, I read this book recently called Digital Minimalism.
Yeah.
I was reading it for a while. I suck at reading, so.
But
it's all about basically how we currently live with all these like big companies like taking all this data from us, and how we basically feed them all data by mindlessly scrolling on our phones every day. And I find like mostly when I'm on my phone like scrolling through Instagram, I find like I'm not even looking at anything. I'm not reading the captions. I'm just mindlessly scrolling through just because I want to move my thumb up and down, and it's just a habit now.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
It's a habit of just scrolling up and down, and it's like,
yeah, dude.
it's kind of come to my senses, and I'm like, what am I actually doing right now? Yeah. I'm not doing anything. I'm just using my fingers to push pixels across the screen.
If you want to see how much of a habit it becomes, try moving all your apps around on your phone.
And then
you'll
you
automatically
go into the same folders, and you're like, where is it?
Wait. I do that.
Yeah.
I like when I have to slide my screen across. Like I know that the social
exactly
media
where
folder is in the same spot, but I forget to think, so I just like tap. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, if you move your apps around, you'll realize you're trying to open an app by habit, and you'll open something else. Like, how did I get here?
Well, see, on my phone now, I just have one page. I don't have like 2 pages or anything. Wow. I have like the app, like 8 apps on the top, which I use the most, and then like folders of like apps that I use but not like often.
Yeah.
I learned it from the book.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
But the book, I think everyone needs to read that book, man.
Digital minimalism.
It doesn't just dive into like, oh, you're mindlessly scrolling, like delete all your apps and shit. It talks about like how human interaction has changed so much.
Right.
And like, have you ever like had a conversation with someone like just through text and the message hasn't gone across properly?
Oh,
like you talk to it's like you talk to someone and then they're like, oh
fuck.
If you don't send an emoji, it's like, oh, it doesn't seem right. It's like you got to send a smiley face when you say happy birthday. You know what I mean? You put an exclamation mark or else you sound sarcastic.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
If you put like ...
But that's how we're so accustomed to it now. And the book basically says it gives you like practices and stuff about kind of like taking a hiatus or like reducing your time, setting timers on it, and giving yourself times of the day to.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, sorry. It says like take times of the day to like consistently do your scrolling and then just neglect it for the rest of the day.
Right.
Okay.
Which is good because
I
you
think
find
that
like
makes
every
sense.
now and then you just kind of pull out your phone and just like open it, and then you're like, why did I actually just do that? And you just put it away.
Yeah. I
It's
do
like,
it
oh, I'm just
all
checking the time. It's like, no, you're not.
I do
You're
it
just
all the time.
doing it randomly because it's a habit.
Yeah. I do it
Yeah.
all the time. Straight up.
I don't know if the best way is to either go cold turkey or to just
We're going cold.
Go check.
or
Hold your
to
nipples.
or to just designate shorter times in your day
Yeah.
to it. Because I've tried to, I think it extends beyond just social media. I think it's like internet addiction, right? As well.
Just
like YouTube and like
our generation is so addicted to
Following.
getting everything, every amount of
At your
information they can.
fingertips.
So
at
nosy.
Yeah.
So nosy.
Yeah.
So I've tried to like block. I've like downloaded things to like block all these websites.
Yeah.
And I always end up like deleting the software, like because I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's really hard to say. Like you obviously want to use this stuff.
Yeah.
Like it can be beneficial, but at the same time, I've never had a extended period of time where I haven't been using it. So I don't know, like, and I know when you're trying to quit something, like there's gonna be a period where it's really tough.
It's really hard.
And like you're wanting to go back to something and you're making all these excuses for why you should be using something. So I was gonna say maybe we should try go a week without internet and then report back.
Oh, I need internet
down
because
the
I'm a
line.
computer scientist,
Well,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
impossible. But
How are we
maybe-
I know exactly
How are
what
we
you
going to
mean.
organize
Not
it to
internet,
hang
but
out?
more like
Yeah.
more like.
But you just
text.
the thing is you just call. He also talked about that in the
Text
book. Like
call,
how
yeah.
often like do you actually initiate a call unless it's like for work or to your mom or your dad?
Yeah,
or-
because I fucking hate being on the phone call.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what's changed though.
No, but that's what I don't get with
I
the.
hate fucking being
How's
on the
that
phone.
changed?
Oh man.
Do you remember making like phone calls back in the day to your like friend's house, and you went through that experience of like your their mum
Yeah.
picking up the phone? You're like, oh, can I talk to so and so?
Yeah, no, and
It's like we don't do that anymore. We just message them directly, and it's
it wasn't our generation, but I've heard funny stories of older generations where they'd call to try to get a girl, talk to a girl. And
Yeah.
the dad would answer.
yeah.
You're like, oh hi Jeff, can I please talk to Sally? He's like,
Sally.
what do you want? But
Yo, son. No. Yeah, no, I agree.
It's definitely weird how much it's changed. I was gonna say this as well. Can you remember what it was like as a kid without a phone? Like when you were 10 years
Sort
old
of.
or 11 years old when you didn't have a phone. What did you do?
yeah, I can remember.
I watched a lot of Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, Disney Channel.
I used to play with like fucking. I used to collect the wrestling toys. You know, all those WWE.
Yeah.
Triple H, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
But see, that's the creativity all these kids are gonna miss out
Yeah.
on now.
I used to collect all that shit.
Yeah.
I used to collect all these like I don't know other fucking what was it?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Though. You used to have like the
Movies
plastic
and
rings
stuff.
and
Yeah, 100% I had a plastic ring. I had a whole entrance thing as well.
yeah.
for what game?
Time to play the
Okay.
game.
Time to play the game.
No.
But now all these kids are like
Yeah.
messing
Foosball.
around with apps on their phones, so it's like
Yeah, but even my childhood was a lot of Disney Channel,
yeah.
PS1 and PS2. Spent a lot of time,
Yeah.
a lot of TV. Like I wonder what it'd be like if we didn't have any TV. You know,
What would it be like if we didn't have Fortnite?
what would we do?
No ninja.
Yeah, I wonder how differently you'd think if you just had nothing. You know,
Yeah.
just outside playing all day, whatever.
I see. I can't imagine that anymore, right? Because obviously, like, it's not even that long ago either. Like 10 years ago, I think iPhones came out in what 2007. What's that? What 13 years ago now? That's like nothing. That's when
The
the
pace
first
of
iPhone came
change
out.
is insane.
Yeah,
Like
that's only 13 years. Imagine
These
the next
new-
13 years. What
oh,
fuck's
the
gonna happen
VR,
now?
the VR stuff that's coming out is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Like I tried a VR out at Armageddon when we were working there,
yeah,
and I'm amazed by how much you feel like you're actually in that environment.
it's immersive.
It's so immersive. Like,
Immersed.
it tricks your brain so well. You
you're
actually
immersed.
You actually feel like you're Batman.
You feel like you're in this made up space.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
I like that though.
So the future of that and gaming is going to be awesome.
I like that a lot.
but it's going to be more gaming. You know, more away from the real world.
I'd never play a fucking horror game in that shit.
Oh yeah,
that's
my brother was
terrifying.
telling me about
Fuck that.
his
honestly.
mate had PSVR and he played like that Resident Evil game on there. It's VR.
Oh no way. No fucking. I wouldn't do that shit.
Why would you put yourself through
There's a
that?
heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, I can't even play the game like sitting far away from the screen and I shit myself. Yeah.
In daytime. Yeah.
Text the ambulance.
Yeah.
Help!
Oh, shit.
No, fuck that, man. Oh,
Oh, we're closing in on an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Fuck
Is that
me.
like our?
how good?
Is that our designated length for the podcast?
I mean, I don't mind talking more. I'm more than happy to talk more. But if you guys want to wrap up,
We don't want to make it too long.
yeah, we don't want to make it too long.
For-
We don't want to make it too long for the viewers.
Viewers. But if we've got anything else interesting to talk about,
Yeah, I mean, we could touch on a couple of things. What are we going to talk about in the next couple of podcasts?
well, I've still got more exchange stories.
yeah,
So
we could talk about exchange
look
stories.
forward to
soon.
those in future.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, we got the segment.
we got the
The
beer
segment?
segment. That
Yep.
should we do that next?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I got work this weekend, but
What day you got free?
none.
No,
I could do a weeknight and then
we should try it because
What
we
about
did
Sunday
miss a
night?
week.
Sunday night.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I could do
next
Sunday night. Yeah, I could do Sunday night.
Next Sunday.
We did kind of miss a week, but it's supposed to be weekly.
Yeah.
This podcast.
Well, I guess Sunday would be kind of the better day because they get the whole week to listen to it.
A week from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Sundays is probably our designated like upload time. I'll probably do 12 a.m. on Sundays.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
If you've got
I'm
anything,
gonna rush myself tonight. Bloody hell, I got running out of time.
Get on
Yeah.
it, son.
Yeah.
Get on it.
and also if there's any things you want us to talk about, or
Yeah.
any segments as well.
Well, people got to make it this far. We should probably say this earlier, eh?
Yeah.
Should make an Instagram page.
Yeah. Oh, we could do. Extend the How Good brand.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
We need advertisers
Photos up
as
for
well.
when we're filming.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
recording, I should say. Or filming for the beer segment.
Yep. Best segment. Oh, I'm so keen for that, man. We should
Yeah.
do. So when I was younger, I used to watch. You know, Jimmy Tatro.
No.
No.
He was in 22 Jump Street. He was the dude who was like friends with a football player. Anyways,
Oh, yes.
he made
yes.
YouTube videos. He was
yes,
in
yes.
yeah. So he used to do these things with his mates called drunk questions.
Yeah.
So they'd start off the like video by just taking like 3 shots,
Yeah.
and then they start reading questions online.
Yeah.
I think we should do something like that.
All right.
Like we
That'd be
read
fun, yeah.
life questions, like mind-boggling questions,
Yep.
and then
Mm.
we
Send
all-
us your biggest unsolved mysteries.
biggest unsolved mysteries. Which crime do you want us to solve in the next podcast? Sherlock me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
so
agree. That sounds good.
No, I'm
Yeah,
keen for that.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
we'll do a
Yeah.
drunk questions one sometime.
And if you have any other ideas for segments,
Yeah,
yeah.
drop them in too.
just give us ideas, man. Make it this far and give us ideas,
Yeah.
please.
Please.
I think for this one as well, I'll put timestamps.
Yeah.
As in
yeah.
like where we
Yeah.
kind of cut off where we're talking, because I know a lot of people probably don't give a shit about the NBA stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just being honest, and then yeah, I think it's easier to navigate through the video as well, because I know a lot of people listen to podcasts and they don't even listen to the whole thing. They just chop through and
Yeah.
find parts which they like. And then we could also make another channel, which I know a lot of other podcasts do, like highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
Where there's
Oh,
good
yes.
parts, and then
Yes.
we cut them up into small videos, and that actually drags people back to the actual podcast.
Yeah. All right.
Like even like 3 minute
that
like
sounds good.
videos. But
yeah,
I
they
think
feel like Joe Rogan and shit.
yeah, but the thing about those videos is I think it's important to have sound. Not sound. Sorry, video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll think about.
We'll get to video eventually. Once we probably can afford it. Donation button in the
No.
well, it's as easy as putting like our phone up there and then linking it up.
Yeah, could get like a webcam.
We could get. I have one over there, but it's like 720p. Yeah, take our shirts off.
Come on,
mate.
it's 2020, bro.
Yeah,
Tip
I
us,
know.
please.
Either 4K or you're gay.
Oh god.
Nah.
Oh well. Anyway,
All right, boys.
that's our third rendition of the How Good podcast.
Music.
music recommendation.
Oh,
of
give me
course.
2 seconds. I'm gonna have a quick look at my.
All right,
playlist,
all right.
Just because I need to have a look.
Okay, well, I'll go first. So, I mean, this probably isn't a recommendation. Dominic Fike.
Yep.
I love Dominic
Yeah, my
Fike so
sister's
much.
you
been
just
talking
play
about
Three
it.
Nights by Dominic Fike.
Mm.
I started listening to his music. By Reggie Miller. 3 Nights by Dominic Fike is my recommendation. Love that song. Catchy as hell. Really good summer song.
Yeah,
as well.
that's a great song. I know.
Good
that
song.
My sister's been getting me into a lot of music
Yeah.
recently, which I appreciate. Marco Road.
Marco Road.
Really
we were
good
talking
band.
about that last night.
New
eh?
Zealand
That's
band,
right.
really good.
Marco Road.
I'd say Green Superintendent by Marco
Green
Road.
Superintendent by Marco Road.
Very good song.
Class. Mitchell?
I don't know. There's a few that I listened to lately, man.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to the podcast.
Nah. Song of the week. Song of the week. I like that song by the 1975. That Me and You Together song. That's pretty good.
Oh, yes. Me and You Together by 1975.
Yeah, man.
Beauty.
Great.
It's a good song.
Beautiful
If you haven't
song.
listened to it, give it a listen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very good. Okay. Episode 3.
Right. How good?
How good, everybody?
Thank you. How good.
Thank you very much for
See
listening.
ya.
And we'll see you in the next episode.